All right, so we catch the red eye. By the way, my whole family's on this plane.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it was packed.
So packed, right? And then all of a sudden, it's a red eye. So right when we take off, about an hour in, we're already going to sleep, right? And I hear just like the overheads being slammed. I'm like, this is the rudest customers. Like, you know what I mean? Like, stop it.
Having a tantrum.
And then I just ignored it. And then all of a sudden I hear heavy running, like, and that's when I took the blanket over my head. And you ever, I've been saying this for ever since it happened. We don't like Karens.
Right.
No one likes a Karen.
Correct.
I'm in love with Karens now. Because what happened on that plane, this Karen who was flying back to LA with me, as the staff is running, she goes, "Are you going to tell the pilot you don't know where the fire extinguisher is?"
Oh my God.
And that's when I was like, huh?
Fire?
What?
Yeah.
And it was just completely covered in smoke. The entire plane was just filled with smoke, and it was electrical smoke.
God.
So it was really bad.
How far into the flight were you?
About an hour in. We're over the ocean at this point. And that's when she starts telling me to wake them up and prepare for landing. And I was like, wait, what? Like, this can't be happening right now. Yeah.
So
there's no where are we landing.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
An electrical fire. So they didn't make an announcement yet in the cabin. So you're woken
no
up
announcement. Yeah. And then now I have to, get their beds up.
Did they drop the oxygen mask?
They can't because it was electrical fire. So they gave us, that's like a bomb. You know what I mean?
Oxygen. Got it.
So they gave us wet towels. So we had to put wet towels over our faces. And of course I have to be the dad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You're
So
in control.
I'm being strong, but in my head I'm praying and I'm like, is this really happening? I just bought schools and I built a road and brought electricity to a school. God, do you not see what I did?
I did
in the Philippines.
Yeah.
This is how you're thanking me, man.
Yeah.
And I wake them up, and then Angie, my son's mommy, you know what I mean? She overhears we're landing in the water, but she didn't hear that. She just the other person said, "Are we landing in the water?" And she's like, "Are we landing in the water? Are we landing in the water?" And then I'm going, "No, we're not." Like, I'm being calm. I'm trying to, no,
You have
we're
an
not.
idea.
But then my inner voice was talking just like, "I think we are. I think we are."
So
That
landed,
like literally,
How long did it take you to land?
you landed
they had to
where?
find a place. So,
Right. So
they shut the engines off, by the way, too. And that got even more eerie.
you're gliding.
So you hear it go, right? And now it's just
my
completely
God.
smoky.
Oh, my
You know,
God.
the overhead lights glaring through the smoke. And
my
I'm just literally like looking at it. And I'm praying inside, you know what I mean? But I'm just like, is this really how it's happening
Did
right
it
now?
kind of start going down? Like,
No. He was floating, and then he kicked him back on again, and then he shut him off again.
Yeah, well,
so I
they
think he was
went to
just
idle.
checking.
They went to idle.
Yeah.
So I'm learning right now because I'm taking flight lessons.
Oh, that's dope.
Right, and so
Thank
my
you.
lesson.
Hold on to you guys. We have a pilot.
Yeah, we do have a pilot in the house.
Yeah.
Woody's going to explain what happened.
You had an F9 situation.
Attention, everybody in the studio. Let me explain how this works.
Okay.
No, because we were just practicing for electrical fire, for engine fire, for cabin fire, for different things. The other day, and you go through these different checklists, and the different things you idle, the power. So they probably didn't have, they're not using full thrust. So like let's say you have an engine fire, right? They tell you to go to your optimal glide, attitude. Okay, so your optimal glide speed for like the plane that I'm in is like 90 knots. Okay, 90 to 100 knots.
which is about what, 90 miles an hour?
Oh no, it's faster than 90 miles an hour.
Oh.
But that's how the plane will glide without the engines. For that, that'll give you the most time to get your checklist and figure out, what else where you can, land. If there's an
Your
airport
will
you can make
together.
to. Yeah, so it's interesting because I've always wondered, like on a big plane like that,
Yeah.
like because
It was freaky.
in a smaller plane, it's like you might have a better access to like wherever the fire might be, or different things that you can do. It's kind of concerning that the flight attendant didn't know where the fire extinguishers were.
Don't like that.
It was panic.
Yeah. So where did you land?
By the way, hats off to the flight attendants and everyone. They were amazing.
You say that now that you're here, but
Right.
I mean,
No, they were, man.
at the time you were mother effing them because they didn't know where the
No,
fire
I
extinguishers
wasn't.
were.
I wasn't.
No, Karen was.
I knew. Yeah, they were.
Karen
She was. But in that moment, you really see how they're trained to do it.
Yeah,
man.
you're not
So-
waitresses in the sky.
So yeah, and that's so funny that you said that because every flight we ignore when they're teaching, right? And you're just like, okay, I get it, it's a seatbelt. until it's about to go down.
Where's
And
my
I'm like,
flotation
and now you're like, so how do you unbuckle the seatbelt? I wasn't paying attention.
And
where
they're
did you
also,
land?
just as scared as you are.
It took them a while, and then they finally said Tokyo.
Oh, nice. Menace.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Daily mention of Japan.
Awesome.
Yeah.
At least you go to a cool spot.
So you
Yeah.
land. You ended up just staying on the plane and leaving on the same
The
plane?
minute we landed, I told Gemma, my sister, to book another plane ticket.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
I was like, I and no disrespect to the.
so you were able to get off the plane?
Yeah, I
Eventually you got off the plane.
yeah.
Not
Yeah.
via the slide.
No.
You guys went to go
And
eat,
I got
right?
drunk.
Yeah.
I got so drunk.
Oh, yeah, you
I
did.
got drunk. I got hammered.
Hell yeah.
We all got hammered.
Do you think you've flown 1,000,000 miles in your life?
More
are you-
than. Way
more
more.
than that.
Oh,
so
yeah.
normally it doesn't even phase you.
No. Now I'm having a little
what about it?
PTSD.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, I've had a couple bad dreams, which is crazy because I don't dream. I don't dream because of my sleep apnea. I don't know if you know that, Sammy.
I know you have sleep apnea. I
never-
didn't know it caused you to
I
not
never
dream.
go into REM. I'm just choking for 9 hours. But I think it's my subconscious mind that's
Yeah,
just
working it
completely
out.
on, and it's not good.